As I describe in both of my books, we always need to have tools available that will get us out of anxiety, stress, depression. And sometimes the tools that you're going to use will be mental tools. For example, cognitive therapy, talk therapy, through counseling. There's a range of tools that you'll actually actively focus on and be conscious and aware of your thoughts and try to challenge them, that kind of thing. But when you're in a major state of stress or anxiety or depression, it's almost like the avenue of thinking is blocked. You can't use the avenue of thinking to help you get out of it anymore. Now you need to use the avenue of your physiology. And so that's why, again, when we start with meditation, we start with the breathing. So doing exercise or meditation is a physical way to help alter the thinking and your brain. Okay, so let's talk about my 3 steps to a great meditation. And the steps they're very simple, right? We're going to focus on breathing, then we're going to focus on the body, and then we're going to focus on the thinking and the mind. Now, these things aren't completely discrete because you'll be doing a bit of both, or, all 3 of these things interact as you go through a meditation. But you've got to try and stay focused on one and then move to the other and then move to the other. So, ground rules, you must be sitting up, okay? Find a couch, find a bed, find the floor. Not hard to find the floor, but find something that'll be comfortable. Make sure you're comfortable and your back is supported as well. Make sure that you don't have any tight clothing that is restrictive. Just loosen the clothing and then sit down, get ready. Then you begin with your breathing. Step 1 is the breathing. Now, this specific breathing technique has been researched and proven to work. So it's a 4-second in through your nose and 4 seconds out through your mouth. Interestingly, when I ask clients about, show me how to take a deep breath, most of them will go, right? That's their deep breath. So breathing like that is actually a shallow breath. It's not a deep breath. Let me do it and I'll show you how it's done. I'm going to breathe in deep. So yes, my shoulders went up a little bit, but you could see not as much as when someone takes a shallow breath, like into the top part of their chest, right? So what we're doing is we're taking the breath in through the nose and we're pushing the air down to the diaphragm, right? Basically to the stomach. You can even put your hand on your stomach and just feel it expand out like a balloon. So I'll do it again. Now remember, it's a 4 count. 4 seconds in. Some people will hold, but I don't think that's actually a good idea. I think that keeping it as a rhythmic type of breathing is the best thing to do because it mimics how you actually breathe. And so I'll do the exact thing. So you can see I actually, in the breathing out, I make the sound. You've got to hear the air coming through your mouth. That's also part of like a distraction for your mind or a focus when you're doing a meditative breathing, is to actually hear the air coming out of your mouth. So just remember, in through the nose, out through the mouth, 4 seconds in, to the stomach, to the diaphragm, 4 seconds out. And so you continue to do this. Now, it's been proven that if you continue to do this rhythmic breathing, within 3 to 5 minutes, your brain gets the message to take its finger off the panic button, the stress button, the depression button, and basically to let go. And your brain realizes everything's okay, I'm safe, and it's okay to relax. So you do this within 3 to 5 minutes, you should start to notice a physical change in your body. And when you get to that 3 to 5 minutes, closer to 5 minutes maybe, depending on how busy things are for you, you move into step 2, which is called the body scan. Now, the body scan, it's very simple. All you need to do is mentally go through your body and try and become aware of either that there's some discomfort somewhere, maybe you're not sitting very well, or maybe there's sort of a bit of a pain somewhere. So just shift yourself around and get yourself into a better place, a more comfortable place. So you can make some adjustments while you're doing that. I mean, I tend to do it with my eyes closed. You should do this with your eyes closed, because remember what I said, no stimulation. So seeing things visually is visual stimulation. Hearing things is visual, auditory stimulation, right? So you move through it. And so you just become aware also of where are you holding tension in your body. Now, I know for myself, and I noticed this after a few years of doing meditation, my natural thing that happens as soon as I get to the 5 minutes is I start moving my jaw, because I hold tension in the jaw. Yes, I also hold it in the shoulders. Some people in the neck. Some people, that's where they get tension headaches from and migraines. So just become aware of where the tension is. Keep the breathing cycle going exactly the same, and move into the body scan where you just become aware and let go of any other tension. Now you do this for another 3 minutes, 3 to 5. And by this time, you're getting close to maybe between 7 and 10 minutes into your meditation. Now, notice we haven't done anything with your thinking, right? So this thing about I can't get my thoughts to slow down, it doesn't matter. Just focus on breathing, body, and by the time you get to this place, you have a better opportunity and maybe a better chance of slowing your thinking down. Now, this is where the rubber hits the road. And in step 3, this is where the magic will happen. But you must be persistent. Now, many people would never get to this state because they give up way before they get to the end of step 3. So basically, the goal for step 3, which is releasing thought, is that it's basically not to identify with the thought, not to follow where the thought wants to go down the rabbit hole, although you will, right? You've spent a long time in your life with your brain sending you lots of thoughts. And then sometimes during the day, there's too many. And that's when we get overwhelmed and stressed. So, I'm 47 now, but let's say I was starting meditation for the first time. And I've got 47 years of my brain acting and just doing its thing. Your brain's not going to like suddenly being told, you must do this now, and the discipline that's required. Your brain's going to go, nope. It's like trying to train a puppy. The puppy, like, sit down, sit there. The puppy goes, what's that? And runs away. Your brain will do the same. But don't be upset about it. Don't get frustrated. Just know that's what the brain does. And so it takes persistence. It takes discipline. And it's training. You're basically training your brain to do what you want it to do during a meditation. So what you can think of it like is, as you're sitting there and you're breathing, become aware of your thoughts, but basically you can't stop thought popping into your head. What you can do is not pour fuel onto the fire, right? So think of thoughts as a little spark. There's tons of sparks showing up, but if you add some petrol, it's going to turn into a fire. So basically, let the thought come, acknowledge what it is, and let it go. So I actually had a client who came up with a great visualization. He was a scuba diver, and he imagined scuba diving and looking through his goggles and seeing all the fish running by, fish floating by, swimming by. Fish floating by would be dead. So fish are swimming by, and he basically said, rather than a fish catching his attention, he's like, oh, what's that? And following the fish is like, stay focused, stay in the image right there, and let the fish come in, come out. So that's your thoughts. Let them come in, let them go out, help them along if you have to, until this is where you need to get to. Less and less thoughts and fish are showing up. It's amazing what your brain does here. Your brain is going to eventually give up sending new thoughts to you when you're not paying attention to them. Your brain goes, stop sending new thoughts, because she's not paying attention. She's not following the thoughts, or he's not following the thought. So just keep doing that. Sometimes you need a visualization that will help you. But I just like to think of it as, you're going to find yourself down the rabbit hole. Just don't get upset. Just bring yourself back to the middle. Just keep bringing yourself back to the middle. If you want to keep the breathing going, you keep the breathing going. But at some point during step 3, you should just let go of that breathing, just settle and just be calm and still. And this, like I said, is when you get the true benefit of a real meditation, because you're sitting there in calm and there's hardly any thought. This is the point at which you get that peace showing up. You get that extra energy showing up. You get the extra focus and motivation and general sense of well-being showing up. This is probably the point at which your serotonin levels start to increase a bit as well. And the beauty of it is you don't just experience this state while you're meditating. It stays with you through the rest of your day. Not completely, but you get a great reset, and you can then look forward to and do what you need to do in your life for the rest of your day. And that is basically my take and my experience and what I recommend in terms of having a real, meaningful, and powerful meditation. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video and if you got something out of it, please do like and subscribe to the channel. We also have a Facebook group. If you're interested, go across to Facebook and search for Fox Psychology, and let us know you want to be part of the group. And if you would like the full chapter from my book, Black Belt Mind, around meditation, I'm going to give that away in the description below. Just follow the link and you'll get the free chapter. And if there is someone else that you think could benefit from this video, please do forward it on. See you soon.